All right, so we're in here for the studio redo with Mr. Josh. I just stripped down all the wallpaper off of here. We got one last strip of wallpaper. It was on there for 4 years, and it did not, Josh and I were just saying, it didn't damage the wall at all, which is crazy.
You gonna charge a drill?
It's the other drill. Yeah, the battery's plugged in. And then we have a ton of equipment. We got boxes and boxes of stuff. Most of it's not in here. We recently put up those acoustic wood panels. They look good. And we got those poles in the corner. We're basically going to have it go from side to side and then be able to mount the lighting, the mic. So this will be one recording set where I record facing this way. And then this is the other one for the in-person podcast when we do it. All right, check this out. We just got a new sign installed. We've been in this office for 4.5 years and never had a sign for Franchise Empire. Now we're getting all this cool stuff. Check it out. Look at that. How awesome does that look? We got our lion, the cutout, Franchise Empire. Super epic. What do you think? Let me know. I will tell you that days like today are emotionally draining, and we messed up. We screwed it up. So, basically, we let someone go today, and we messed up the process of letting them go, and it resulted in not an ideal experience for this individual. So I'll explain what happened, and I go back and forth. If you wind up watching this, I don't even know if I'll ever post this. I've just been thinking lately that I want to share more of the journey of growing this company, of growing Franchise Empire, because I would have loved this style of content, and I really enjoyed following people's journeys on YouTube and those kind of like vlog style videos back in the day. I remember watching some fitness guys and stuff, but you look at the Alex Hormozy and the Cody Sanchez's and the just some of the big names, and like, man, how cool would that have been to be a fly on the wall as they built their companies? And so, I feel like we're at this exciting point in Franchise Empire, and I want to just share the journey with you guys, and potentially put it out there and just share some things that are uncomfortable, but that are selfless, and that I feel like it would add value to the world and maybe to whoever watches. So what happened today? Well, it goes back with, we were hiring someone for our team. We've been on a hiring craze right now. And before we go into that, do I want to show you guys the studio? I do want to show you the studio. I do want to show you what we've done in the studio, because there's a lot of exciting things happening right now, but I don't want to distract from the moment, actually. See, I don't know. We can get this footage. We don't have to necessarily show it in the exact way. But as an example, I did just get this new desk. I'm really excited about the desk. We got a bunch of studio upgrades here, so you can see it looks pretty cool. It took 8 weeks to come, and it's a stand-up desk. So this part, it goes up. Oh, hold on, I could just press the button. 2. Pretty cool, huh? I like it. Now it's up. And then press the button. And now it's going down to the sitting position. Then we made some studio upgrades as well. Well, actually, by the way, so I ordered that desk. It took 9 weeks for the desk to come. I ordered it in February. And then I ordered it from Wayfair, and then I paid to have it put together. The guy thought it was going to take 2 hours. It took 6. So I was at the office on a Sunday morning, got here at 7:30 because they said that he was coming at 7. He wound up not coming till 9. So I was here in the office at 7:30 a.m. on a Sunday. he got here at 9, and it took him until like 6 hours, so like 3 o'clock to finish. That was crazy. Josh, our director of marketing, helped me put this up, and so that pole, so that I can have the light mounted up there. We're also going to do some other cool stuff. He actually helped me tuck all the wires underneath the desk too, which is trippy. But we also recently redid the studio, which looks just surreal. We didn't have any of those wood panelings up there. We put up the frames. I had those somewhere else. Put up the frames. And one of the things I'm excited about the most is that pole. That pole going across there, where now we have, but actually this light goes on the T-bar. So we have some hooks going there. We have the light there. We have, this is another light, right? So, whoa, that light goes here. So basically I record from this angle. So I record from here. Boom, boom, boom. And I would be here. And then we have another camera like pointing here, the B camera, so we can get different footage. This is the boom mic, right? So that's the shotgun mic that will basically be right over me and detects the audio out of frame, which is pretty cool. So we had the panels put up. We got the lighting up now. So now, like typically all these lights, by the way, that would usually be on a stand. This would be on a stand, and it would take up so much space in here. Like the studio's not that big. So that is pretty cool. And we got this. So this would be on a stand too. So we mounted this to the wall, and it's all screwed in tight right now, so I'm not gonna mess with it. But, well, here, I will, just so you can see it. Man, Josh did this one tight. But basically this moves so that and then the camera goes here and points there. And I'll probably include some B-roll or a picture or something like that to like this in action, how it works. So now that camera doesn't need to be on a stand. Let's see, I'm not gonna, hold on, let me tighten this back up. All right, so pretty cool. Then we took this Franchise Empire neon sign, was in my office in there. But the way the light hit it made this glare, and we don't really record much in my office anymore. So we put it in here, and this was all clear. But the issue to that was the light. It was messing it up with the light shining on it. These things had all sorts of, it's like you could see the electricity running through it on camera. So I had this crazy idea, why don't we spray paint this black? And it worked, and it came up pretty cool. And we got the plants, we got a little light there, we got the seat. So this is where we do the podcast over here. So when I interview people for the in-person podcast, we got Franchise Empire above me. I'm sitting in this chair, they're sitting in this chair, and then we bring the podcast mics. So we have those big mics in front of our face, and that's the studio. What happened was when we redid the desk and took the other desk out, I had to clear everything out of my office, so it's still a mess over here, and that will be cleaned up. Ship something. How much, what percentage is the franchisee actually receiving? Because most of that revenue would need to go to UPS to actually fulfill on the cost of the shipping, right? And the logistics.